So in one of the recorded mini courses, we talked about dobutamine and isoproterenol. In your example of dobutamine and isoproterenol, you showed how alpha receptor agonism can balance out reflex tachycardia and make dobutamine a better inotrope for heart failure. Yeah. Neat trick. How should drug developers think about this kind of built-in physiological opposition when designing GPR-targeted drugs, especially when balancing on-target versus reflex or compensatory effects occur in vivo? Well, that is a deep question, and the story you just heard is a great hindsight story. I forget who made dobutamine. I think SKB. I don't think they knew that dobutamine had alpha effects. They might have, but they did. They found the edge in terms of being a better inotrope in vivo, where of course the reflex exists. I was actually the one who tested it in an alpha receptor preparation and found that it had alpha effects, and then we did it in vivo, and we took the edge, the inotropic edge it had, out by inhibiting alpha receptors. So that, but the point is that was a fortuitous and happy application of reflexes. You have to know your physiology very well to try to build these effects in. Usually they involve more than one receptor type. So now you're talking about engineering multiple pharmacologies, which is never easy. The two arenas where that's been done, of course, are CNS, the antipsychotics, and now the incretins. Now we have all this. So I don't know offhand any other stories where they actually engineered trying to use a reflex, but of course these reflexes are well known, especially in cardiac work, so there's no reason why that couldn't be exploited further. Having said that, bias is really building sort of a type of reflex when you think of an excitation of a G protein versus turning it off with a beta of arrestin. So a lot of people are now doing this, making a better opioid analgesic by turning up GS, turning off beta arrestin, and that kind of thing. But the inotropic story is a great example of where you can take that into a very complex system. And if you understand these reflexes, they might be there to be exploited. That's not a real answer as to how to, but an encouragement to keep the idea open.
Thank you, Terry.